Dear Black people, could you stop making videos that say, "Dear white people, if you don't have a problem with people that look like me, would you be my friend?" Racism died with Gen X. As a widespread issue, that was boomers. It died with Gen X. Most of us are grandparents now, and apparently you didn't even notice. Like, we put in the work. We stopped judging people by the color of their skin, and you didn't even notice. But now we feel your judgment all the time, and we're tired of walking on eggshells because we know there's a very good chance that you probably have a problem with our skin color, and because you assume that we're racist while you're being racist. It died down so much that now youth, a lot of white youth, uses the N-bomb. I can't imagine doing that. I can't. It hurts me, but they use it casually. It's not because they're racist. Nope. It's because it's a huge part of pop culture, and it has been for 30 years, over 30 years, since hip-hop went mainstream, since gangster rap went mainstream, and the word was everywhere. And kids today are baffled by racism. They think it's so stupid that it's laughable. Yet there's a word that is ubiquitous in pop culture that a large percentage of the population just isn't permitted to use. They don't understand that. They think it's ridiculous, so they rebel against it, as kids do when they don't understand something and they see it as ridiculous and dumb. You can feel how you feel about that. I feel how I feel about it. I don't like it at all. I taught my kids to never say that word because it was a word that was created for hate. But the word has changed, I guess. I can't change the way I view it, but for them it's changed. Dear Black people, oh, I love you. I love your culture. I love your swagger. I love your hair. I love how you can speak with roundness while I speak in squares and triangles. But I also love my culture, and I love my hair, and I love my skin, and I love your skin, and I love our differences and our commonalities. And it's time to heal. If you don't focus on healing how you view white people, and then how you view yourselves in relation to white people, because the superiority complex only ever masks an inferiority complex, then we're going to be doing a civil rights movement for white people in like 20, 30 years. And I know some of you would like that. But that just says that you're the racist now because white people aren't the racists anymore. And I'm not saying there isn't a single white person who's racist. There's assholes in every group and every color. But the majority of us left that with our parents or grandparents. It doesn't even make sense to us. And we don't need to feel guilty about what our ancestors did because we're the ones that fixed it. It's over now. Unless you want to perpetuate it.
Guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I came across this on my FYP of this white woman who was talking about how black people are coming to ask for friendship, and they should know that races ended with Gen S, and they are not, they don't have anything to do with that and all of that. Yeah, a quite number of them calling out black people and women. Okay, and I'm just going to let their videos roll so that we can even have time to talk about it. Okay, I would also love to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be part of the family, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Okay, and please don't forget to share your thought as well, because I would really love to hear what you think about after watching this video. Drop your comments, okay? And credit to all creators on this video. So let's go ahead and watch, then I will come back with the commentary. Let's go watch.
Just remember, white people don't belong in Africa even after 400 years, and white Americans are still invaders of America even after 500 years. But the third world illegal immigrant who just got here last Tuesday is just as American as anyone else, and if you call him an invader, you're racist.
I don't think that white MAGA Republican people are ready to hear what I'm about to say. So I'm obviously very woke, right? Which means I went to college, those evil places where they teach us all the ideology. And my freshman year, I was required to take a bunch of gen eds, as we all are. And I decide I've never taken an anthropology class, so I'm going to take one. And it's specifically focused on evolution. I'm going to make this as simple as possible rather than a whole semester's worth of work. White people, and I can say this, hello, we're the mutants. We're the weirdos. We're the ones that don't belong. We're not the OGs. See, it is untrue that we evolved as humans from apes, monkeys, things like that. That's not true. What is true is that we, somewhere along the line, have a shared ancestor in the line of evolution. And that shared ancestor lived somewhere between 5 to 11 million years ago in what is now Africa. And those first human-like species, well, they had hair all over their bodies and they had melanin in their skin because they had evolved and adapted to the environment of being exposed to the elements, including the sun. And as we migrated as a species to other parts of the world, including the Northern Hemisphere, places like what is now modern-day Europe, well, we didn't need that melanin in our skin because the sun was not as brutal to our bodies, right? So we evolved. Additionally, we changed a bit more. We lost the melanin in our skin. We lost the features that those who still existed in Africa kept. We evolved into separate races. So by your logic, Fanny K, white people are and always will be the invaders. We invaded the Northern Hemisphere from our ancient ancestors 5 to 11 million years ago. We came to what we thought was the New World, learned how to live off the land from the natives who lived here, from the indigenous people who lived here. And then we murdered them and took all that they had because we had more technology in terms of our weaponry. The white people, generally speaking, throughout history, are the bad people. And that's why current administration, and specifically Republicans, do not want history told the right way, because that requires white people to take ownership of the bullshit that their race is responsible for.
Or South African refugee Jason Bartlett. It's good to see you, Mr. Bartlett. This is the third time you've been on the show.
Refugee Jason Bartlett. Okay, so that is one of the South Africans that got there in 2018 and said that he asked for asylum. But let me tell you how he got there. Him and his girlfriend actually got on cruise ships where they were auctioning art. And that was in about 2016. They then just got off in America and decided to stay there. Okay. I also want to highlight that that man lies more than he breathes. So in about 2018, he said he was going to walk to the White House. Okay, and he was raising funds, and he did. I think he raised close to, was it $30,000? But a lot of South Africans actually gave him money for this walk to the White House where he was going to tell Donald Trump about the white genocide in South Africa. And then he just disappeared, went dead quiet, with their money, by the way. And there were questions saying, what happened? You know, where's he gone? And yeah, since then, he only popped up again as soon as Trump got into office. And honestly, the stuff he says, please fact check. Specifically, if it comes from a refugee from South Africa, fact check the information. Oh, and it's important to highlight, you know, amidst this white genocide that he proclaims that there is in South Africa, even though he doesn't live in South Africa and knows nothing about what's going on here. His parents live here. His brother lives and works here. He hasn't even bothered saving them from white genocide. Anyway.
Morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Well, not for all of us. But anyway, quick question. Latinos, y'all have all this smoke for us who has no power to send you anywhere, to take away anything from you. But y'all got all the puff for us. But y'all church mouths quiet on these white Africans they just brought in here. Huh? Uh-huh. I haven't heard a peep out of y'all about these South Africans who happens to be Caucasian that they're replacing you with. Yeah, see, it looks like they were ushering you guys out so they could move these guys in because their complexion is for, you know, they have the complexion for the protection. So, you out there. Where's the smoke? I've even heard white people get on here, and I heard them last night. Ooh, they had a mouthful for those South Africans. They said they're not welcome here. This came from white folk. They told them they're not welcome here. They called them lazy. They said they do not want to sit up and have to take care of them, and they're going to be getting temporary housing and long-term housing. Well, who was getting all that? Oh, yeah. So it looks like the farmers aren't the only ones they bamboozle. I just don't understand how y'all have so much hostility toward us, the ones who were trying to educate you on what was really going on. Y'all got so much hatred and disdain for us. But You coloring up to your enemies. Yeah, you're trying to appease your enemies. You want to say, we like you. We not like them. Well, them is through with you. So all you have is them. And they're showing you what they feel about you by wiping you out of here and replacing you with white South Africans and all the benefits and privilege they were giving you. Plus, looks like they're going to fast track them. Looks like they're going to fast track their immigration status. Yeah, their refugee status is going to be probably rushed through. You know how it takes y'all forever? They'll probably be official by next month. Oh, and I heard another little tidbit. I heard that the first South Africans that they have arrived, that they are moving them to Iowa. Yeah, farm state. Anyway, Latinos, I'm really disappointed. Y'all supposed to be, this big, boisterous, united community who always stands up. Where are you? Where are you? Why aren't y'all standing up for yourselves? Why aren't y'all going off on the powers that be like y'all go off on us, who has no power to affect your lives? Evidently, we don't. Even our influence has no effects on you. So, you're hating the wrong people, honey. You're hating the people you should be allying, who you should be an ally to. Because we've been there, we've done that. They can't trick us as the way they trick y'all. But, hey, to each his own. I just am sitting here waiting for your videos to pop up where y'all going off like y'all normally do about us or on us. I'm just waiting for y'all to have that same energy for the Trump administration. So until then, I will vote for Donald Trump. Have a good one, y'all.
Recently, I came across videos of Latinos who are not so excited about the South African refugees who just came in. A lot of them were like, so it's okay to bring in palm-colored people in and actually let us out, okay? And it's quite unfortunate that they're actually finding out now that they really do not care about them in the first place, right? I have seen a lot of them make videos about it, and they are not even happy that this whole thing is happening in their community. You all remember when they were calling on Black people for help and saying, why is nobody helping them? Why is nobody coming out for them? Why is nobody coming out to protest alongside them? You remember the lady who made that video and was like, they're not the only immigrants. And they forget that a quite number of their community members voted for this current administration. And right now, they are now finding out because it just looks as if they are now the target, like everybody is after them somehow, right? That's what it looks like, because somehow they are now being deported on a daily. Quite a number of them are being deported. Look at the farm workers. Most of them are farm workers. They can no longer go to work. Some of them who have not been deported are scared of going to work because they don't know if ICE will round them up. Even in other companies, in other, parastatals, they can no longer go to work because of all of this. In as much as I feel so bad for them, but most of their community members voted for this, right? Most of them voted for this. And to see most of these palm-colored people coming out and say, oh, white people do not belong to Africa, then how come they are actually in Africa as and now coming to your country as refugees from South Africa? That doesn't even sound well to me, right? Because you all know that how they all came into Africa in the first place. If you don't know, maybe you should just take your time to go study your history so that you can be able to find out how they came into Africa in the first place, so that whenever you're trying to defend things in public, you will know exactly the route to go and how to defend your people. You all voted for this. You all wanted this in the first place, and now you're looking for help. I saw a lot of them, okay, farmers, They are not even excited that these South African people are coming into the country, because all these people that came in are South African farmers. They are white farmers from South Africa who had come in to claim refugee status in the US. And right now, they might be buying some of those farms who are not able to keep their farms afloat. They might end up purchasing those farms, because if you cannot pay for your farm, you cannot handle your farm, then bigger corporations might come in and buy them off, right? And now they're not even excited about it. I think all of these things that is currently happening will teach everyone a lesson to know that voting really do have consequences. Yes, elections have consequences. For all of you who was asking those days, oh, how come, what do you mean by election have consequences? This is exactly what those consequences meant. This is exactly the repercussion of your vote. You're not excited that South Africans are coming in and going to take away your job. You're not even excited that your people are being deported while other people are being brought in to claim refugee status. You're not excited about it. Who will in the first place? Nobody will be excited. Nobody will be happy that, their people are being deported while other people are being accepted into the country. Right? And for even the white woman who was saying, oh, you guys stopped, Ray to the Sea stopped in Genes. Wow. How melodramatic. Are you serious? Has it really stopped? Or we are still living the lie? Has it really stopped? I think this is a question that people really need to ask. Has it really stopped? Have you taken time to really look around and be sure that it has stopped, or it's just an imagination in your head that it has stopped? And did you even listen to the video that you made? Then maybe we should start from there. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and do give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. See you on my next video, guys. Bye.